For those who don't know, Tom Bower is an experienced British biographer and investigative journalist who has written best-selling books exposing the truth behind many powerful public figures. His latest book, called Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsor, delves into details about Meghan and Harry's relationship and their short tenure as working royals in the UK. The book includes interviews with over 80 sources close to the couple and claims to reveal shocking truths about the breakdown of Meghan's relationship with the royal family. Ever since excerpts from the book started being published in newspapers and online, it sent shockwaves through the royal watching world and beyond. According to Bower's sources, Meghan was far from the victim she portrayed herself to be in the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview last year. In fact, his research paints a very different picture of her behavior behind the scenes and her motives in marrying into the royal family. I'll go through some of the major revelations and claims in the book. First off, Bower alleges that Meghan never really wanted to fulfill her duties as a working royal and was more interested in using her position to advance her celebrity status and brand. He says she resented any guidance or input from palace aides on how she should conduct herself and saw them as the enemy trying to diminish her star power. Numerous sources recall Meghan blowing up at staff members in furious outbursts when she didn't get her way on things. One former aide is quoted as saying, "She gets what she wants when she wants it, no one can tell her no, she's a 500-pound gorilla, and none of the advisors have the experience to know how to deal with her." According to Bower's sources, Meghan would ignore protocols like not making public appearances shortly after giving birth or not discussing political topics as a royal. She apparently wanted to modernize the monarchy in her image without regard for long-standing traditions. This caused huge tensions with palace officials that ultimately led to a rift. Furthermore, the book claims that Meghan resented always having to defer to senior royals like Kate and being unable to build her own unique brand within the family. She reportedly felt overshadowed by the more popular Kate and saw her as an obstacle in her path. Meghan allegedly referred to Kate in private as the background wallpaper and made rude comments comparing herself to the Duchess of Cambridge. Some very juicy allegations are made regarding Meghan's relationship with her own family as well. Several sources suggest she rarely kept in contact with her dad, Tom Markle, in the years leading up to her royal wedding. She allegedly only started reconnecting with him as a calculated PR move to improve her public image as welcoming her new family. But after photos of Thomas being fitted for his wedding suit emerged in tabloids, Meghan cut off contact with him again, seeing him as an embarrassment. The book lends credence to Thomas's own claims that Meghan shut him out completely after the photo incident, despite his apologies. This left him feeling devastated at missing out on walking her down the aisle on the biggest day of her life. In terms of her relationship with Harry, Bower's sources say Meghan was very controlling and manipulated Harry on several fronts. She reportedly isolated him from his old friends who dared question her intentions. Harry allegedly became blindly devoted to her to the point of losing his independent identity and sense of humor around her. Some insiders claim that deep down, Harry struggled with the pressure of living up to royal duties and was happy to be dominated by a strong-willed wife who gave him an excuse to break away. Meghan fulfilled his dream of escaping the constraints of the royal life he never fully embraced, but at the cost of severing ties with his own family, which has left deep wounds. Perhaps the most shocking allegation is that Meghan had a secret strategy all along to leave the UK and return to America where she could better monetize her fame. Bower's sources say she started making exit plans as early as 2018 by copywriting her brand The Tig and holding meetings with Hollywood agents about future careers. This seriously conflicts with Meghan and Harry's narrative of being driven out of the royal family against their will due to racism. Rather, the book claims their complaints of mental health struggles and needing privacy were just a ploy to gain sympathy in their power play against the monarchy. The revelations sent Meghan into a frenzy according to those close to her. She reportedly contacted lawyers threatening to sue over some parts of the book. Meanwhile, Harry is said to be extremely anxious about how the book may impact public perception of their break from the royals just at the time they're settling into new lives in the US.